Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch on of Chelsea versus Arsenal in pre-season. I apologise for being so late. My computer decided stuff didn't want to work, when it wanted to work. So unfortunately, do not have a go at me if I'm late. If you have been what I have been through, you will understand. If stuff goes wrong, stuff goes wrong. There is nothing I can do. But we are losing 1-0. There's nothing much I can do about being this late. So there will be no timer for the first half. But there will be for the second half. And I do apologise for that because I was meant... It just took that long for it to get sorted. And it's 1-0 Arsenal through Gabriel Jesus. Which, it's just like, stuff that don't want to work, they don't want to work, there's nothing I can do, but at least I'm here, at least managing to get streaming for you guys, but everything was fine, everything was rosy, and then suddenly out of nowhere, my things decided everything didn't want to work, and it took 25 minutes to fix.
Particularly impressed with what he's seen so far.
We are and we're out, and we're playing shite.
You don't want to change the forward. What is more important right now? You want, obviously fitness is still very much part of it, but you do want to see some performances. The shape right now. It doesn't feel to me like it's working at all.
And everything that Arsenal are doing, they're trying to get it through Jesus, and it's working.
I can talk about really struggled. Might be a little tweak, maybe Mace can. And Mace does it well. What just kind of drifts into that area, but found it difficult building. Doesn't look too very animated down there. I get it. We've been second best.
Yeah, and you want to know who's the cause of this, aka Barcelona, because the players that we want, they've nicked them all from us.
See much of Reece either, Matt, in those advanced areas that we know how good he can be.
I think I said this to you when we played Charlotte. I said, we don't need to go in for anyone, because every time we seem to go in for anyone, it always seems to be Barcelona seem to come in and want to nick it from us. Every time we come in for someone, so what's the point?
Looked upfield by Anderson.
Yeah, because they're wanting to get Kunde and they want to hijack it from us, even though Kunde wants to come to us. It's like Barcelona keep coming and saying to us, you can try and get as many players as you want, but we'll just nick every single one from you.
Gallagher.
It's like...
Chalobah can bring it out of defence for Chelsea to half.
Yeah. So it... Yeah. It's like they're being the bully and we're the victims. That's what it feels. That's what it feels like. That's the ball.
Might be able to get to this too. Call that a pre-season touch.
What's even more annoying that Timo Werner doesn't know how to take a touch. He doesn't know how to take a touch.
The ball is drifting out of play, but once he gets there, you're thinking, can you get a corner? See players often doing that because the ball is so near the touchline, just flick it off their legs.
But because we it'll be just typical if we play in a game that doesn't mean anything and we lose to Arsenal. It shows that we can't play them in any form of game and we'll just lose. Because we always seem to when we play them. Don't seem to play well, but we play well against everyone else.
It's a ball that clearly they're looking to, you know, once Chelsea... And Chelsea aren't really pressing. You know, you can't call that press. Chelsea are occupying areas, but...
And that's what's annoying.
Martinelli's the player with the problem here.
Yeah.
Just an awkward fall, I think.
Does well, Martinez, to bring that down, but Reece stays in.
Nope. But it just makes it weird that we don't play well against them in the league. We can't play against them well in an FA Cup final. And we can't even do it in pre-season. So what sort of game does it take for us to actually go and beat them for once?
Yes, it's a fabulous stadium, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's happened the last 3 years. It just feels like we'll play well in games, but then as soon as they pop up, we'll decide, oh, we'll just not turn up. And that's what it just feels like every time we play them.
Yes, they've since August 19, they spent 450 million there or thereabouts on this squad. Not all
I wouldn't be surprised if on the opening day of the season we go and lose to Everton. I wouldn't be surprised if we play like this against Everton and we lose. I wouldn't be surprised. If we keep playing like this, that's what will happen. That's why we need to get some more players in before the start of the season.
That North London derby away, they had to get something out of that game and they didn't. In the end, the momentum was firmly with Spurs after that.
And also in the matter of fact that we are playing Spurs in our first home game, and look at what they bought. They could absolutely do us over if we're not careful.
Like Martinelli's going to be okay. Emerson looking for a bit more from Chelsea just past the half hour.
And that pass there, you're looking. So,
but
Mason's made a little run.
The only thing is, it's stupid. We've not done that at all. It's not fit enough, and also because it would have been denied entry into America due to his vaccination status. He's not. No, and that's what I think is wrong. You should be able to take your whole team with you, and it should be up to the person if they want to be vaccinated or not. And you shouldn't deny them an entry into a country if they're going to dare to do business. And they're there to do business.
Very disappointing so far.
Because I would have think if we had Kante, I think we would have won all 3 games. Because Kante would have played all 3. But that just shows how much he... But I'm interested to see how this new pairing goes, the Gallagher and Jorginho, just see how that goes.
Again, being forced back, forced sideways. You understand you've got to do that from time to time and keep possession. You know, that often is the case. But it's that pass there, says Jorginho there. He's looking for a pass to go forward.
It's just typical us.
It's found its target. Back, sideways, across, back. That's very, very...
We are not going back to the era of Maurizio Sarri. I do not want to go back to that way how we played, because that was one of the worst. But the only good thing about that is it did that formation, that way that we played, did win us on Europa League. And since... Oh my... So we're getting up. So absolutely, if we're not careful, we're not going to do well this season if we keep playing like this.
And they are threatening to take this game away from Chelsea now.
Wow.
Goal from their point of view. Another one that comes with question marks from a Chelsea perspective.
Now, I don't want to be too hard because it's pre-season, but you know, if you really want to pick out a part of this game that we have been by our own high standards keeping the ball today, and again, you know, credit to Arsenal because that pass, he doesn't want to make that pass, but they fill spaces and they force him into a decision. You don't really see the build-up here. Really. Not well taken, nice, smart finish from our point of view. Again, Mendy drifting the ball in there. Partey wins it, all over the place at the back again. It must be going through Tuchel's mind to change it from a 4 to a 3. It must be. Does he do it now? Does he wait till half time, which would probably be the preferable choice? But they've been good for Arsenal.
Oh, and there's almost a route for a third goal immediately there.
But
There's Emerson.
if Arsenal are to win it by big scoreline, they'll take it and will give us an absolute laugh. But we'll all go and say it's pre-season anyway. Doesn't really mean anything.
Chalobah, who in turn has given it to Sterling, and Chelsea find themselves a route back into the game here before half time.
They only finished with about literally one place behind us.
Havertz got something on it and steer it goalward.
Yeah, haven't seen enough of that from Reece. Now the wing back area is where you normally see him there, when naturally, because of the shape of the side, he is much higher up and wider. Because as a fullback, he's that little bit deeper. But not the worst ball in. Havertz gets something on it, but Arsenal deal with it quite comfortably.
Right up to halfway. Chalobah helping out Thiago Silva, but it's broken for Saka.
How do you think I'm doing? We're losing 2-0. How do you think I'm feeling? Down in the dumps and annoyed. Yeah, it's just that I just don't like losing to the two teams I don't like losing to the most are Arsenal and Spurs. They're the two I can't stand. One tried to, it's just the ball was a bit too quick. One stuck a leg out, couldn't reach.
We've got Jorginho on that half turn who can play the ball in and break through that press if you like. It's a lovely ball.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with the ball, just need to get someone in there.
I think Havertz tried to get something on it, but he just couldn't. He missed.
That ball across, he's got such a lovely way of doing that, Reece.
Martinelli. Showing too much of it to Chalobah.
He's a quick boy, Martinelli.
Oh, that's not good. It makes it even worse.
Allowed that just to have a little nibble there because Trevor's gone down now and he's gone to ground. And I think his knee has landed in the.
But that's not because we all got to remember this happened to Chile halfway through the season, and look how long he was out for the exactly same thing. That's why we got to hope it's not serious. We don't want him being that long period because he's.
Once that's gone there, look how much space Odegaard has got. Look at this. Look at this. The overlap run attracts Reece out wide.
Jeez.
You just see it for yourselves. You don't need to tell me. I need to tell you. He's not going to be happy with that.
Wow, Man City are literally on the verge of beating Bayern Munich. Supposedly, according to this, it should be in the 85th minute, but no, they've literally only 27 minutes in
More of a bang than a twist for Trevor Chalobah.
because they had a weather delay.
Like it was a bit of a contact injury.
Played 30 games in the Premier League last season, Chalobah. All competitions,
That's
I
not.
should say, got that memorable
So that means now,
goal on opening day against
Aspect
Crystal
Quetta,
Palace.
you officially can't leave because without you, we haven't got a right back.
He would have been coming off at half time anyway. We'll see whether he makes makes it to the break.
That's the one thing. Now you'd be thinking, if he gets injured, Barcelona won't ask Bequer, we can go now. No, you can't, because if he goes, we've got no actual right back to replace someone if they get injured.
Do you think paint will be stripped off the wall in the Chelsea dressing room, or is that not something?
Yeah, because it might not be as bad as it might be, and he can run it off.
There are a number of purposes to this game. Fitness, obviously, right? But if he is thinking about playing a 4 or toying with the idea,
and the other thing that,
you would have thought.
The other thing that makes it worse, why are we making Ben Shite look like he's messy?
There's a lot of things here he'll be looking.
And that's the one also player I can't stand because he's shite.
But he's gone with the 4 and he's going to stay with it at the very least at half time. Yeah, always a clumsy change that. It's accidental, but it didn't look.
But you got to think, first half of all these pre-season games we played rubbish, and we've played better in the second half. Yeah. In pre-season, I don't mind if we play good in one half or second half. It's when it comes to the first league game, that's when you want to play good for 90 minutes.
Yeah, just going back to your point there about with,
because they're swapping, because you're not playing every player for not playing most players for 90 minutes, so you're swapping a full team around. Because you put on a fresh 11 in the second half.
You know this has not been good enough. You know parts of the game. Again, that pass there.
And that's when Koulibaly comes on and shows us what he can do.
I don't think it's stuck once. You know, you're kind of forced into it. That we're trying to find bodies in that final third there, and it's been very unsuccessful.
Kicked up to halfway by Ramsdale. So we'll work it back to Mendy.
Arsenal now retreating, getting their shape. Nice and compact. They're not really interested in putting pressure on the ball as yet. Can they force an error? It's better from Trevor. Nice.
Sterling. James is carried on his road.
Come on.
First time again. Deflection makes it awkward.
Oh, you lucky things.
And Werner not totally alive to the possibility there.
Yeah, because Timo Werner, you're a shite. You're moaning about wanting to play for us, so why do you leave?
Which takes it away from Ramsdale, but he's already committed. Not particularly great goalkeeping there. Hasn't got enough on it. It's just a kind of a flick away. It gets slightly fortunate that Werner can't really do much with it.
Martinelli.
And that is appalling.
Jesus, he claims the Arsenal man got the last touch.
That could be in the second half, because Koulibaly's a centre back. He might be playing as right back or left back.
Continue here. Given how close we are to half time, it must be.
And he's going to go in right back.
Will come on for him. Well, he's going off of his own accord, Jason. And obviously, it's safety first in this kind of situation.
Yeah. Yes, and you know, from an injury point of view, it wasn't a twist.
Because if he's got a little knock or something, then he might not play against Udinese, and we'll try and get him fit for Everton away in the league.
Might have been carrying maybe a knock or something going into the game. It might have agitated that, but they're forced into the change, and I expect there to be more at half time.
Jesus has basically had like one opportunity and he's took it.
Xhaka thought about the shot.
Seemed to take us by surprise, that throw-in.
Saka. Hit by Partey. That time Mendy not required to make a save.
Is this like every season we're just going to let Arsenal play like Brazil every time we play them? Because that's what it feels. Because Because like we see how we play against like Man United, Liverpool, Man City. We literally will play our best. As soon as this fixture comes along, we just play a completely different team.
Added minutes. We did have the water break.
Yeah. Yep. And that's just typical that we'll just let them do that, but we'll do it. But we'll actually play well against others. What's the point? You got to do it in every game, not just decide we won't turn up for one game. Fans here have paid God-earned money to come and watch you play, actually perform. Because if I was the owner, I would refund all the Chelsea fans who come and watched us.
Odegaard scored the second Arsenal goal.
Which version? Yeah, because I've seen the newer one and I didn't like it because I always say you should always keep the original and not remake it. Don't like.
Worked incredibly hard. More evidence of that.
I like the old version because of the bit where he goes, "Hey, sir, I want some more." The most. Yeah, I like the old version due to him. Yeah, due to him wanting some more food. It's the best best quote in the movie. I like because it's so iconic.
This doesn't turn into a 3 or 4-0 because right now, if there is another goal to be scored in this game,
and that quote can sum this game up in a million words, in a few words. Please, sir, we want some more. Yes, you can have some more. We've already given you 2 goals. We need to bring Koulibaly on and then we'll be a brick wall. And New York City are winning 2-0 against Inter Miami.
Trying to get someone like Jorginho on that half turn and punch that ball into Mace.
And Columbus are drawing 0-0 to New England.
Long ball
Crap.
comes back again.
And then this definitely tells how dire we are.
That ball there, get on the half turn.
I actually said how we were going to get battered, but it turns out we didn't get battered. We only lost by 10. So I'm not calling that a battering. If it was a battering, it would be about 30 or 40. But I'll take that because it could have been not. Go on! Oh!
Off the post. So unlucky. Would have been a terrific goal. Really promising link up between he and Sterling.
Yeah, nice. Can see on a space that the touch out his feet there sets up the shot. Don't know
Can we do the most stupidest thing? Can we do a sorry thing and do a false 9? Put Mason Mount up front because I bet you he could score a goal if he was up front in a false 9. He could do it. As soon as Koulibaly comes on, he doesn't do any of that. When he used to play for Napoli, he just used to lump it up forward. He never used to go sideways. Because if you do it sideways when you're a defender, you've got a chance of maybe giving the goal away.
Well, that is half time.
Boo! Shite! If you're not careful, you're going to get sacked. That's what it makes me. That's what it's making me feel.
The break in Orlando, the score is Arsenal 2, Chelsea 0. Let's have a look back at how the first half unfolded. Arsenal on the front foot from the first whistle, but it was Chelsea who had the first significant chance of the game. unable to take it, but a promising start.
What makes it even more annoying, literally, the entire top 6 sides of last season in pre-season have all turned up. We've been the only one that's not really turned up. It's like you've seen everyone else winning their pre-season games. We can't seem to do anything. And that puts me in a bit more of a doubt for how the season's gonna go.
Indicative of what was to come, wasn't it, Jason?
Yes, it was. And, you know, from our point of view there, at no point should you ever concede a 3v1 situation from your own set piece. And the ball doesn't come into the box. Arsenal pick it up on the edge. And in the end, Chelsea really scrambling back. Disappointing touch from Saka. It's on his weaker foot. Mendy does enough.
Didn't take long for Arsenal to break the deadlock, though. 15 minutes to be precise on the clock. Gabriel Jesus, who's already been in the goals in pre-season, having switched from Manchester City. Well, this one came with an assist from Trevor Chalobah, I'm afraid to say.
Trev does well initially, and then gives the ball away, and it's an absolute gift. But he does enough to make sure that he gets his body between ball and man, keeps it. Then it's about the pass, and that's an unforced error. That's not being squeezed. That's him just giving the ball away. And in the end, because they're in advanced areas, lovely finish from Jesus. Nice first touch, puts the keeper down, and has a little bit of time to consider the choice of shot and finish, and he does that well.
Martin Odegaard's had a couple of efforts at goal, including one which we'll see in a moment, which was successful. He almost beat that free kick. Goalkeeper taking no risks and tipping it over his crossbar.
Yeah, this is going over, but you know, Mendy didn't quite get his angles right.
Again, Chelsea really with a part to play in the concession of the second goal. Mendy's clearance putting the Blues on the back foot, and Odegaard allowed to waltz into the penalty area unchecked, and a smart finish from him to make it 2.
Yeah, once the ball's been given away cheaply by us again, that's a really nice goal from Arsenal. Odegaard makes the run in behind, splits our defence. I can't help but think he took a look at that and think, what I couldn't do about that? Personnel and shape change may well be on his mind.
Right at the end of the first half, Chelsea almost halved the deficit, and this gives us some cause for optimism for the second period. Good link-up play between Raheem Sterling and Mason Mount, and Mount width of the post away from making it 2-1.
Yeah, I haven't seen enough of Mace in those areas. It's a nice finish. Can't quite hit the back of the net. Hopefully you're right, mate.
So 2-0 to Arsenal here at half-time. Second half to come soon. Before then, why don't we hear from one of the players who's been out there in the opening 45 minutes. Conor Gallagher spoke to us ahead of the game.
The guy who can't take a penalty.
See you back. This isn't a bad setting, is it?
Yeah, it's great. It's great to see the lads, and I'm excited to get going and start training hard. I'm looking forward to it, to be honest.
You've been out here relaxing.
Haaland knew he scored again, but he was offside.
You know, I made the most of it. I've got a good few weeks.
Jeez.
It's nice. Feel refreshed and ready to train pre-season.
I think he'll do good for us because
I loved it. Playing in the Premier
But it all depends on how the other players do, because it could help him. Because we all got to gel. But it's going to be different from him coming from playing in a team like us from playing at Palace. It's completely different way of playing.
You mentioned that word development. How important was it to find the right club at that stage of your development, with the previous loans taken into consideration as well?
Yeah, I feel like it was another step up. I feel like if you look at my loan moves, each of them have been a step up. So Crystal Palace was a step up, say, from West Brom, where we were more at the bottom of the table, and I feel like we were competing in every game we were in, even against the top sides. So like I said, I was just glad to be a part of the team and to play the amount of games I did.
And at this stage of your career, you've already played an awful lot of competitive football. That must really help that development that you spoke about.
Yeah, of course, and that's what it's all about. You know, I love playing football, and been fortunate enough to play for the teams I have on loan, and to play almost every game, and I've not missed many. So I'm very fortunate, and you know, hopefully it's just the start.
Absolutely. You mentioned finding the right club, I guess the right manager as well, and you seem to really bond with Patrick Vieira.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's a great guy and a great manager. He helped me a lot from the first day to the last. We got on great.
Speaking of managers, you seem to have a really good bond with Thomas Tuchel as well. Tell us about working with him.
Yeah, he's brilliant. I think everyone can see what he's like. Very friendly and welcoming, and I feel like he wants me to be here, and I'm excited to work hard, you know, for him and to impress in pre-season, and so yeah.
I know you had a good pre-season with him last year. You also ran into him, didn't you, recently, I think, towards the end of your loan spell?
Yeah, I did, yeah. I just went for some lunch with my girlfriend and my parents, and him and a couple of other lads walked in. I had a nice chat with him there. So yeah, that's quite funny, to be fair.
Tell us about the makeup of the group, because you're 22. There's a lot of players around that similar age. It's a young, energetic group at the moment we have, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's good to have young players in the squad. You know, everyone's hungry and they want to do well. They want to impress. You know, it's just great to have that at Chelsea, and obviously Chelsea, one of the biggest clubs in the world. It's a great place to be to improve and develop for sure.
And to have made that journey with so many of the boys in there that have come through a similar path as yourself.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Obviously, I've got a few good mates here that have come through the academy, so it's nice, you know, to be training back with them. You know, it'll be nice for the academy to see the amount of players that are, you know, with the squad now, and it's great to see, and hopefully that can continue.
All the big teams are recruiting as well, including us. What does it mean to bring in a player of Raheem Sterling's quality?
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, he's a
Raheem!
What he's done at Man City, at Liverpool, it's unreal. Obviously, I've been from England a couple of times, and you know, I feel like he can help the club for sure, and all the players around him, and you know, I think we're very excited to have him here.
4 Premier League titles. He brings with him a lot of that winning mentality, which is oh so important, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. And that's the experience he has, and you know, hopefully he can bring that to Chelsea, and everyone's buzzing to when he gets here.
Finally then, on you, Conor, how big a summer do you feel this is for you and your development?
Yeah, massive. I'm just going to take it every day as it comes. You know, I've got to do well in training and you know, prove myself, kind of thing. So I'm very excited, and I'm just looking forward to getting to work, to be honest.
Good to hear from Conor. We'll see whether he is one of the players who comes back out for the second half. But as it stands, Chelsea with some work to do here, trailing by 2 goals to 0. Beaten so far in pre-season. Arsenal with that extra game that they played, and that looking as though it's made a bit of a difference fitness-wise. Plenty for Thomas Tuchel to ponder, certainly. See whether there is a change of formation as well as the inevitable changes in personnel, although they often do get less frequent as pre-season rolls on. Let's have a look at some of the stats from the game. As you can see, as if Arsenal have been utterly dominant so far, albeit they have had 5 shots on target at Edouard Mendy's goal already.
Oh, we've had 2 shots on target.
Concern Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah, that's a bit surprising. I thought we had 1.
Possession, though, absolutely nothing in it. It's not the way that it appears to the eye, having watched it, but Mikel Arteta, no doubt, the more content of the 2 coaches. I guess the substitutions, Jason, will be pre-planned. I wondered if maybe there might be some change to the formation during the game. It's going to be fascinating, isn't it, to see whether Chelsea do go with a back 4 again for the second half.
Well, if that continues, that we saw first half, then you know we could be seeing 4s and 5s. You know, that was below standard. There will be changes. It's pre-season, by both teams, by the way. So you know, this second half could be very different to what we just seen first half. The formation must be going through Tuchel's mind. You know, we're not getting anything out of this game right now tactically wise at all. You know, we're finding it incredibly difficult to get into their final third. Incredibly difficult to keep the ball all over the pitch. That is, and that's not good for anyone. It's pre-season, and you know, results. You can. How important are they? Well, you know, if you win, you want to take something from it. You know, this right now, Arsenal are feeling pretty good about, rightly so. So it's the balancing act to get fitness, yes, crucial. But so is trying to build partnerships and, you know, get yourself ready for the season. And their first half performance is fitness-wise, we do look off it. I have to say, we don't look particularly sharp at the moment. Arsenal look fitter, sharper. It's all about the first game of the season, of course it is.
And Arsenal kick off the season for the second campaign in a row. Away Friday night derby for them against Crystal Palace. They were well beaten at Brentford last time, you'll remember. It's a pretty gentle start to the season for the Gunners, actually. They've got Leicester, Bournemouth, Fulham and Villa also in August. Chelsea at Everton on the Saturday tea time. They're having a pretty troubled pre-season. Everton being 4-0 in the USA by Minnesota United earlier this week.
I saw clips of that game, and 4-0 really didn't do the Minnesota United justice. You know, in the half-time I was watching Chelsea game the other night. Half-time I turned over, watched a bit of Everton, and they could have conceded 2 in just half-time. So it's yes, it's not been a great. But let's forget them. It's more importantly about us. Want to see something different second half.
Got to get this blight out of our game for me, Jason. Top of my list for next season. Can I have your shirt signs? No, you can't.
Begging, yeah, it's something that the modern game has seen, and I would like to see eradicated. Begging plaques, they call them, or something like that. Boards.
Not afraid to tackle on the big issues here.
I get that they might never see them again. Yeah, I can maybe forgive this, but not Premier League guys. I think that needs to be outlawed.
We'll be swapping shirts at full time there, right? That pink number you've got on would really suit them. What can Chelsea do here to turn this game around? Are we going to see Kalidou Koulibaly, I wonder? You'll have to bear with us. There may well be a whole flurry of substitutions, and it might take us a while to get a full grasp on them. You know the score by now if you've watched pre-season games. That's where Jason and I earn our money.
Party atmosphere in there at the moment.
Well, it's as much about the entertainment away from the sport as it is the sport a lot of times in America, isn't it? But they know how to do it right. Chelsea to play before the season starts. Away to Udinese. It's on Friday of next week.
He's certainly enjoying himself, isn't he?
I'm not sure the people right in front of him are particularly, but can't fault the enthusiasm. Regular visitors to the USA in pre-season. Wonder if that might become the norm now. Barcelona over here at the moment too. Mentioned the Premier League clubs. By the way, the Chelsea development squad are also in the USA, and they are playing pretty much as soon as we finished here. They take on Toronto's second team, the MLS Next Pro Series. If you search for that, you'll be able to watch that game via the website for that particular competition.
Well, Chelsea are out at the moment. Can't see who's out, who's down there. Arsenal take a little bit longer. Tuchel's Got him out there early. Said what you needed to say. The subs are out. Can't help but think that there's going to be wholesale changes here. Well, certainly a large part of that.
Nuno Tavares, one of those who's coming on for Arsenal. Player with an awful lot to prove. The Portuguese who came in last summer and had a very difficult season indeed, I think it's fair to say.
Oh, it's bringing on Aspiricueta. Bring on Koulibaly, please.
I saw Alonso taking off his bib as well. This could well be a shape change, actually, couldn't it? With Aspie maybe moving in as one of the centre halves, Reece going as right wing back. Let's have a look.
Timo Werner, one of the players who's gone off. Christian Pulisic gets a big hand.
Oh, they're bringing on Alonso. You're making it even worse. That guy makes too many errors.
Cover.
And Mateo Kovacic also gets a run out.
We want Koulibaly on, and he's not brought him on. That's a bit of jam. Why have you brought him when you don't want to play him in pre-season? What's the point?
So, Chelsea trailing by 2 goals to 0 then. Can they get back into the match? It will be a changed team. So, Reece James is still out there.
It's a
Come on.
back. He has changed the shape. That was one of the first things I felt needed to happen.
Sterling is another one of those he's given way. And Conor Gallagher also has given way, so Kovacic has come on to take his place. Kovacic and Jorginho as a midfield two by the looks of things. Mount's gone up into the front three with Pulisic and Havertz. Malangsar came on just before half-time for the injured Trevor Chalobah. Havertz touch, can't quite find Mount. Here's Gabriel. Aspiricueta. See Alonso's push right up high straight away.
Still like to see us keep the ball a little better. I think I always feel, well, especially that we are a better side as a three at the back. Clearly been coached at great lengths in that shape and that system, but you need to be flexible. It's nice, well done, Reece. He's done well there. Reece.
Oh, well done.
Carried it on and he found Havertz. Pulisic in the middle. Havertz teasing Gabriel. Sarr. Really
Malangsar, you lucky thing.
Mount shot on the
Oh my.
Always dragging wide.
Yeah, they're the sort of shots that actually might turn into a decent ball. It nearly finds Havertz. better from us, Matt. You know, building 1 and 2 touch passes through the lines, if you like. That we didn't see this first half. We hardly got ourselves in those areas. You see instantly there's been it feels that the players are more comfortable.
Odegaard. Just the one change for Arsenal then at half-time, with Zinchenko giving way for Tavares. Chelsea made 3 substitutions in addition to the removal.
Oh, this referee's being a dick.
At the end of the half, there's a card coming out here.
No need, referee. No need.
Chelsea players making that point.
He slips into it. I'm not sure where the. That's not that.
Unless it's for the handball, but even then.
I don't know what. The Wolves friendly last week. There's 4 red cards in the game.
Oh, come on.
Chelsea get the free kick for the foul on Pulisic. Yeah, it could have been Sarr, couldn't it, getting the card, but they seem to think it was Mount for the challenge either way.
I don't understand that one at all, unless they've got that wrong. And I thought Cover was the only one that was. I don't know.
Sarr trying to punch it up to halfway. Kovacic. Spilicueta. Reece James up against Tavares. Spilicueta can dab one in.
Oh!
Was there a foul there on Alonso? No, he didn't appeal for anything.
Would have been soft. Better from Chelsea, getting themselves into that final third, getting bodies in that box.
Jesus. Too obvious from Saka.
Oh, come on. Do something, man.
Working it out for James. Really fancy his chances against Tavares.
Go on. Go on, Reece.
He's doing well to hold him up though.
Somebody in the box.
I thought that ball could have come in, you know. The second time that ball's gone back into Aspie.
Oh, Malang Sarr.
Yeah, we had enough in the box. You know, with committed men in there.
But at least make it be at the goal and make the keeper actually do something.
To stride into is a speculative effort. Nowhere near the goal.
Havertz now then. Couldn't find Mount. Wasn't the best back pass from Tavares.
No, it wasn't. And that pass there could have been better to Mount. Encouraging this mate. You know, we weren't good enough first half, but second there's been 1 or 2 encouraging signs. The possession has been better. But that pass there we just seen. No sign of that in the first half.
Come on.
Nice footwork from Reece James.
Wow. It's took Raheem Sterling off Aspilicueta.
Jorginho. Wow. James outside of him. Played it in early instead.
Now Arsenal are the side they're just struggling to hold on to that ball. One or two unforced errors creeping in. Chelsea the better side the second half. It's nice.
Need to test Ramsdale. They might hear Havertz cut back.
Ah.
Arsenal defend that situation well, get bodies deep with the pass.
There we go.
Come on.
Saka will fancy his chances in a foot race with Alonso. Cut infield instead. Offloaded it to Ødegaard. Here's Xhaka. He's going to have a go. Still rising.
Yeah, we don't get hit from there. He's got a lovely left foot. But at any stage that ever looked like it was going to trouble Mendy. Only 10 minutes in, it's been brighter for Chelsea. Again, we're finding that ball and they're passing through the lines much, much better. Now we're looking, once we get in that final third, Matt, that's a bit of quality. There's been balls. We've had 2 or 3 chances from this right-hand side to get good balls in. Reece has had a couple. Havertz there. Well defended by Arsenal, but can we get ourselves in those areas again?
Oh my God.
Just put off as
Learn to
he
shoot
put back the
better.
second shot.
Yeah, I think couldn't quite see who it was, but I think they've got a little bit of the ball, which is enough. Just
Arsenal players are going down like a sack of shit.
both Jesus and Xhaka are down. A little bit of discomfort. Xhaka, I think he may well have been holding his hamstring.
Oh, it looks like Arsenal have a problem.
Teta's not going to want to take any risks here, you would have thought.
They could be having 2 problems.
Universal sign to say, can you substitute me, please? Replacement is all ready to come on. The former Chelsea Academy boy who scored at the Bridge last season, Eddie Nketiah. Himself a new contract over the summer in Nketiah. It was before Gabriel Jesus signed though. See which football he gets from the start. Albert Sambi Lokonga also ready to come on. One would assume that it's Xhaka's place that he's going to take.
Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Another goal for Jesus. He departs. And out comes Nketiah. Xhaka is going to stay out there.
Quite a lengthy delay, isn't it?
Really sure what the hold-up is now. Nearly an hour gone in Orlando. 2 first half goals from Jesus and from Ødegaard. Arsenal in front. Chelsea goal came against Arsenal back in 2013.
That's a foul.
It was an Arsenal corner, I seem to remember. It was a breakaway, not too dissimilar actually to what we saw earlier in the first half, where it was a breakaway and he reads the back pass. It was a poor one.
This has not been the worst pre-season I've seen. The worst one was Ancelotti. We lost every single game and still won the league.
Frantic on the touchline there, like
So it shows you cannot do well in pre-season and still have a good season. That's what I'm just saying. 'Cause that's
Alonso.
yeah.
The pressure when he received it.
Yeah, and that's what and that's the one season it reminded me of, because we having the same issue in pre-season and it turned out we had a good season, so it could be like that. We could have a good season.
Chelsea changes momentarily, we're told.
Jorginho's not happy.
Yeah, Tom.
This referee's just not.
Ashley Cole.
Yellow card
Oh.
for Nketiah.
Come on, ref.
What a stupid tackle by Partey. Why do that, you dick, when he didn't even have the ball, or Nketiah, whatever you are. I can't tell the...
Would have been harsh in a competitive game, wouldn't it? I feel sometimes that referees don't referee it like a friendly.
I'm just going... I wasn't comparing season, I'm just comparing the pre-season, because it's very, very similar to that of how we are playing. Oh, he's squaring up. Reece James is squaring up. Oh, he's pushing now. He's giving him one. Give Xhaka some. If it was me, I'd be giving him a left hook.
Referee's got to be careful here, because it's not been that.
Because that guy, don't not speak to me, or you'll be getting some. Don't come down my ends.
He knows what he's doing there, right? He's just put his body across. It's a foul, and I don't know. I don't know why Xhaka's got to have anything to do with this. He's perhaps could have done a bit better, but this game's just got a little bit tastier.
Yeah, because Arsenal now know that we're playing a lot better, and now they're starting to just foul every 5 minutes. Oh, good play.
Trouble there by Silva and Jorginho. Confirmation of the card from Nketiah. Here's Xhaka.
Eddie Nketiah has been booked.
Surely handball by Saka. Time goes on. No, it doesn't.
Ref, you're going to book Saka because he kicked the ball away.
The assistant on that side has got a nice view of that.
Here's Nketiah. Martinelli in the middle. Might want to go alone here. Doing it up instead for Odegaard.
What a block. Well done. Oh, go on. Go on, Havertz.
Done well there, Havertz. He does that quite well, actually. He's not a natural front. It's not his best position, but he does that well. You know, makes those runs out into those wide areas and holds off players. He's certainly physically not the biggest, but he manages to use his frame pretty well.
Go on. Oh, you stumbling absolute American twat. And never made that pass, need to go to Specsavers. Bring on Koulibaly. We want to see him play. What's the point? What's the point of buying someone if you're not going to play him during pre-season? What's the point?
It's the first number which goes up.
Ah, is this guy deluded or something? Is this manager deluded? He's been the best player on the pitch for us. Oh, he's took him off his itch. Oh, he's took him off like for like. So I can understand that one because it's like for like. So hopefully you can play the same because you. But the main thing is, at least now we've got someone who can actually ping a ball in and know it will be a good ball in the box.
No, it was a bit of a risky ball anyway.
If we can even get the ball to him.
Keep possession nonetheless. Not really going anywhere at the moment.
Instead of going backwards all the time.
We look much more comfortable in this shape than we did first. Seems to be able to really penetrate though.
That's a foul. Thank you, ref. Are you going to book one? Are you going to book him? Xhaka gets a bit of a merge every game he plays.
Another day, that might not have been given.
Oh, and that's why he came on for Havertz. Could have had both of them on and could have gone two up top.
More interesting right now. It's just kind of fizzling out for a 2-0 victory to Arsenal.
At least we still have another game to try and sort something out ready for the season. Oh, it's game over.
Broken for Saka again, and now here's Xhaka, and this is Martinelli for 3, palmed away by Mendy. Xhaka on the follow-up, what a goal that.
Yep, he's literally scored on a rebound that should be offside.
Chelsea waiting for
That should be offside. He was well ahead of our players.
Saka has probably decided this game.
Yeah, little starts, doesn't it, from Alonso.
I think he was offside.
Sucked in, tries to read the pass, and it's clever play from Saka. But once that happens, we do manage to get ourselves enough bodies go side, but we never look comfortable. It's a nice strike that comes in. Mendy does enough to push it away, but well read. And Arsenal now cruise into a victory. It's that movement there. That's where this first starts. But look at the bodies we've got back there. We managed to recover an area there. We just don't seem to deal with this particularly well. He's got to do better there, Mendy. You know he's read the ball. This actually is a comfortable save. This strike now. It's a comfortable save. He's got to do better there. Push it away, get distance, push it wide. All he's done is push it out, and in the end, it's a simple. He finishes it well, Saka, but yeah, he's got to do better there, Mendy.
That wouldn't have happened if we put on Koulibaly. That would have never have happened in a million years. He would have been on that ball before that ball even got kicked and would have put his body on the line.
Might be the killer goal here.
Even Thiago Silva, if he was on the pitch, should have been gone to it and put his body on the line. He does it in the other game.
Preseason, and these are friendlies, and you want to make sure you don't, you try and get something out of this game now. Can we get ourselves a consolation goal or make it a bit more interesting? As I said earlier, Arsenal have been the better side. There's no getting away from it. Been better second half, been a bit more even second half.
Here's Ziyech. First time by James.
Oh!
Near post header. Not a bad effort by any means, but the wrong side of the post as far as Chelsea are concerned.
Yeah, it's a tough skill that, because you look where he heads it. He's actually really in an advanced area from that near post. You've got to really flick it back towards that goal. It's tough. There's not really enough space there. You want to glance it. And they're saying there that
he's offside.
From Saka. Look. I've saved the play.
So that basically should be 2-0.
But that there, Mendy there, got to push it out wider.
Yeah, because the reason why the players didn't go, because the players knew he was offside. That's why he didn't go, but the referee...
Went from Saka.
How can a linesman who was in line with the Arsenal player knew he wasn't offside, knew he was not offside? That's ridiculous.
Thiago Silva.
If this was in a normal game, that would have been chalked off.
A host of Arsenal changes coming up. James on for Pulisic. Whipped in by Ziyech. Great ball.
Oh!
Didn't quite make the contact with White in front of him.
Some desperate defending there for White. He does enough, does it? It's a nice ball. You see exactly what he's trying to do. Trying to pick up alongside that far post. Nothing wrong with the ball really, but White does enough just to ensure that Marcus can't quite get a clean finish on it.
I have no idea.
Ramsdale smiling because he knew that he was seconds away from keeping a clean sheet. He's going to be one of those who gives way here. Pepe, Mohamed Al-Neni, Cedric, Marquinhos all ready to come on. This is the American goalkeeper Matt Turner, who is one of Arsenal's new signings for this season. Chance for drinks to be taken as these changes are made. $63,811 inside the stadium tonight. It's a new record for this venue.
Taking a drinks break. Taking some fluids. The new Arsenal team come out for the last 20 minutes or so.
Pepe, Marquinhos amongst those coming on. There's Turner, who's coming from New England Revolution. Pepe, the £72 million man. He's not justified that fee yet. Marquinhos has come in from Sao Paulo, teenager. Saka scored the third goal coming off. Well, here comes Canada.
Why couldn't you do this when we were 2-0 down? You absolute German cunt! Fucking pissed.
Coming on. He's one of those giving way.
This manager needs a gun to his head and be told, don't make the fucking mistake again, you German twat! Fucking hell. Yeah, because it's annoying how he's brought a player on which we have bought, which you could have brought on when we were 2-0 down, and we may not have conceded the third if he was on the pitch.
Koulibaly right side. And
yeah, we're 3-0 down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he was on, it could have made a bigger difference because we've got actually someone who knows how to defend well.
Cedric. Short touch from Koulibaly. Famous number 26 on his back.
Yes, I did see that.
Ah, so Koulibaly's going to have number 26. So he's got John Terry's number.
One of the disappointing aspects for us is that I don't really remember Ramsdale
There's the mount shot against the post in the first half, wasn't there? But in terms of saves,
Yeah, that's been it really. Not too much to speak of at all.
Jeez, man.
A lot of movement in front there. Go backwards and sideways again. Started to the feet, so we saw in the first half. It's better.
Go on. Oh, that's a free kick. Well done, ref.
Batshuayi.
Yeah, he just clips him, doesn't he? Doesn't get any of the ball.
His free kick. Found the feet of Hudson-Odoi.
Oh, that's a ball.
Is he onside here? No, he's not.
That's not offside, ref.
Unfortunate that.
Oh, so you call that one offside, but you won't call Saka's offside. That's bullshit and biasness.
Picked that ball up a second ago there. There's a bit of grass in behind the fullback, and he's elected to come inside. I know they're doubled up on him, but
How is that a foul when he's just
Marcos Alonso now.
defending well and he's just falling over like a sack of shite?
Do you know what? It is a booking. It is a booking, but you know.
In a competitive game, yeah.
As well there, actually, he uses his body and Marcus is wrong side.
Sounds like these refereeing linesmen when they're pointing like it's a competitive game. Do you not know it's pre-season?
You put yourself under a little bit of pressure there. As I said, Marquinhos has booked brilliant. You put yourself under a little bit of pressure in a game like this. You know, what if there is a bit of an iffy challenge that comes in from Marcus, who's come off the bench, you know, he wants to get fit. You know, that's, you know,
Oh my God.
I don't think he had any choice there. He's given that one earlier, then he's got to give that.
What's the need for any need for Ampadu to do that, really?
That's the most of it, but it's a yellow.
Sent off twice in Serie A last season, Ethan Ampadu, both against Salernitana. Centric maybe thinking about a shot. 13 minutes and stoppages to go.
Wow, Man City have beaten Bayern Munich 1-0.
Might be the left boot of Ødegaard instead. It is. And then he back in. Picked up by Pepe. It's Hudson-Odoi.
Now that's a foul. Book him. Book him. If you're going to book Alonso for the same thing, you're going to book this twat. Thank you very much. You've actually done both. Thank the Lord.
So once you put yourself under, I mean, all three of those last bookings have all been similar, haven't they? Hands on the shoulder, dragging a player back, wrong side.
Now that Sambi Lokonga thought he was coming on a lot earlier than he's going to, but he will be introduced now alongside Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Xhaka making his way off, and Ødegaard too. Ødegaard got his goal. Maitland-Niles, who spent the second half of last season with Jose Mourinho at Roma, although he didn't play too much.
He's done right, Ødegaard, actually. And neat and tidy, hasn't he? It took a little bit of time for him to adjust to the Premier League, but I know Arsenal fans have been pretty happy with what he's delivered so far. That Also, been quicker there from Callum. Tavares, that bit sharper, and that has been how the game has gone. I've done well there.
Well done, Koulibaly did that. He basically showed him a new pair of heels.
Felt last season, Matt, that the games were allowed to flow and
Koulibaly showed Pepe who's boss.
weren't given, and I felt the game was much better for it. Not quite sure that memo has reached this referee.
Oh. I have no idea. I think it might be his phone or something.
Forward by Tavares all the way through to Mendy. So he's going to play 90 again, Edouard Mendy.
Hasn't been able to run at Tavares yet. There's been one potential opportunity.
That's a Chelsea throw. That's a Chelsea throw, Cedric. Yeah, you knew that, Cedric, and you wanted to be a cheating git.
Arsenal package. Dropping numbers deep, condensing it, really difficult to break through or create anything. They play well, Arsenal, been much the better side. They've got, pretty much every aspect of the game. They can argue they've been better than us. It's only pre-season. But they'll be very happy with what they've seen so far. Food for thought for Thomas Tuchel, that's for sure. That's what pre-season's about.
It's up. Chelsea at least get a goal for the Blues supporters to cheer. But you're asking too much of us in a doy.
The goals again given away. Even though the first two goals, the ball's been given away. The second goal, that one there, it's a nice finish actually. It's well worked. Another day that might be offside, but Mendy there perhaps could have done better. But they've been good for it, Arsenal.
Cedric. Here's Alonso. Kovacic. Looking for the run of Alonso through the middle.
Yeah, those passes just haven't worked tonight, have they? Those balls. Those trying to find a player in behind. It's the Havertz one just before he was substituted is the only one I can really think of that we managed to to keep possession and that part of it work. It's all about Everton away, Matt. That's where it really matters. You know,
At least they're correct on that one.
it's about Everton.
There's Pepe. Pepe can make it 4 here. What a
When I say when he's a brick wall and does stuff like that,
Looks like he was gonna get
if he
shot
does
from
that throughout the
underneath.
season, I'll be happy.
Right foot with the goal opened up for him.
That's why.
Brilliant challenge.
That's why we should have got him while we were 2-0 down. If he does stuff like that, because he could have been onto that ball being lifted over by Alonso, and he could have been onto that in a flash to block it.
First home game for Chelsea is against the other side from North London.
What? Our new signing basically decided I'm going to slide to literally get in the way of the ball.
Rangers looking pretty ominous. Antonio Conte's team.
Yeah, it's again another side that's done a lot of work in the transfer market.
Yeah, if you can do a lot. A team can buy a lot in the transfer market, but they may not have a good season.
There's Marquinhos. Nketiah. Picked off by Kovacic.
Continue running. Feels like a pre-season game now with Arsenal just dropping deeper now. The pace of the game has dipped a little bit. Very tight and congested on the edge of that box. You know, I think once that ball comes in, it's got to go out wide. That's where the space is, if you like. And Arsenal, they're coming very narrow. The back line and midfield very close to each other. Not a lot of space in there.
Looking for Batshuayi.
He's looked right, Koulibaly, isn't he?
Koulibaly's played well since he's come on.
Certain touches and certain runs and challenges have given us a glimpse of his quality.
It gives me hope that Silva and Koulibaly partnership will actually be decent. What?
Well, we've got 3 minutes of the 90 to go here. We did get 4 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half. It's been a night to forget so far for Chelsea.
Yes, it has. I'm really interested to see what Tuchel has to say about this game here today, because he was post-match disappointed with the second half performance midweek.
And now they'll be travelling to Italy for the next game.
He will have to get right, and will be working hard, no doubt, to get it right. The forward didn't help, I don't think. We never at any point do we look comfortable that Arsenal set about us very well.
Nice touch from Azpilicueta. Nketiah moving it on, looking for the return pass.
Done well. Ooh,
Cedric's ball over the top. So the pressure from Marquinhos dealt with it.
It's done right, actually. That left-hand side of the three.
Hopefully in the next game we can beat Udinese, and that will get us at least a bit of confidence going into the season.
Haven't really seen enough of 2 assists in this second half, really. Callum again has struggled to get into the game. That's why up there, bits and pieces, feeding off scraps. And same as Ziyech, I've not seen enough of him. I would like.
Katia.
Nah.
Yellow card for Koulibaly.
This referee likes to give Chelsea yellow cards. They like his card happy.
He doesn't seem to be complaining there, Koulibaly. I'll have another look at it. I think he oh, it's a foul. Apologise. Yeah, it's, yeah, not sure it's a yellow card, but yeah, apologise, ref.
How do you get 2 minutes in a half with umpteen substitutions?
Thank fuck this game's about to be over. This has been nothing more than a shit fest. I wish the game never happened. Yeah, it did. Hopefully against Udinese we play better. And that's this Friday.
Another shot, that's for sure.
Last chance to add a fourth.
But at least it's an early kick-off, 8 o'clock in the evening.
Oh, it's certainly a good save from Andy, which prevents that from happening.
Nice strike. It's not really top corner. It's a nice height. Don't take it away from Mendy because it is a good save. But it dips into a nice air. Takes the deflection as well. Maybe takes a bit of the pace off the ball.
Okay, it was who hit it. The second quarter of the game for Arsenal, only the third for either side. Conga. Yes. Whipped in by Cedric.
4-0? What?
And finished
4-0.
for the fourth goal of the night. And Arsenal have put the seal on a comforting win for them and an embarrassing defeat now for Chelsea.
Yeah, I said earlier in the first.
But the only thing is, it's pre-season. It's like Liverpool got beat 4-0 by Man United, and they say it's just pre-season.
That's the last kick of the game.
It'd be the same for us. It's just pre-season.
Cheltenham been well beat there. Well beaten.
Yeah, the other one who is Jason Kunde, he's the one who makes more sense because he said it's just pre-season. All that matters is the game against Everton. That's when you can then go and criticise the players. You can go and criticise for a result like this if that were to happen. But it's pre-season at the moment because he's just trying to work stuff out. It's just the main commentator is the one who's making it look like it's a bad, that we're playing awful and making us look like it's a bad thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's only pre-season. And Jason Kunde's right.
It was the last significant act of the game.
Yeah, I'm accepting that, but I'm just saying it's pre-season. All I'm going to be bothered about is what happens when the first proper competitive game comes, and we'll see then where it all, if we actually play. That's the main important thing. But it's got one more pre-season game to go, which is Udinese, so we've got time to sort it out.
The stateside pre-season tour for Chelsea. Final score here: Arsenal 4.
Yeah. For me, it's just it's just a nothing game. So I'm just gonna take it on the chin, focus on the next one, and see if we can do better. We've got another game still to go anyway. Full-time Arsenal for Chelsea 0 in pre-season. That's the end of US Tour. Udinese away next before Everton in the league.